Tom!
Part 2. Verdant Wind. Lone Moon. The Rose-Colored River. The Alliance Army successfully rendezvous with Judith in Aelel. With the addition of House Daphne's forces, the time has come to invade Empire territory.
Preparations are complete. Now it's a game of patience. As they say, good things come to those who wait.
Care to elaborate on this plan of yours, Claude? Can we really do this without battling my father?
Pretty soon, Count Gloucester will need to gather his troops in the northern part of his territory.
Against House Regan and Daphne?
You got it, Teach.
The combined forces of the Regan and Daphne houses will threaten the northern part of the Gloucester territory. Nardell, that retainer I mentioned, is going to draw their attention.
We'll take that opportunity to make our way through Gloucester territory and launch a surprise attack on the Great Bridge of Myrddin.
And are you not concerned about the possibility that I may tip off my father?
The future of the Alliance rests on this battle. I'm certain you won't betray us.
I will ensure our success.
I know you will. If we can win this fight, then our next goal will be to topple Enbar, the Imperial capital. I said before that my plan was to meddle with the Empire, but I'm gonna do you one better. We are going to defeat the Empire, once and for all. But to do that, we can't afford to slip up here. Bear that in mind and prepare yourselves for the coming battle.
The man's crazy taking down the Empire. Hello everybody, Tom Fox here, back to more Fire Emblem Three Houses. In the last episode, well, we met up with House Daphne. We didn't kill Ash. And, yeah. Now we're planning on taking on the entire Empire after going through Gloucester territory to do it. Saint Indec Day. There'll be a hymn recital in the cathedral. Will you participate? Sure.
It is so much fun to sing with others.
Singing with others is a nice change of pace. Usually I do it when I'm alone.
Nice. And they're people who generally use faith anyway, so that worked out. I got a nice little bonus to my professor rating. What is this? Flane? What's wrong?
Oh, hello, Professor. How nice to see you. You caught me off guard. I was actually just thinking about you.
Why the sigh?
Just a moment ago? Well, I am afraid I just do not understand you. When we first met, I sensed something different about you, something mysterious. And now I am convinced your existence itself is very special. Thinking on it, I know it to be true. You have a crest that should have been lost long ago. You wield the sword of the Creator as if it is nothing. Your hair and eye color changed on that day 5 years ago, to the same sort of color as mine and my brother's.
What does it all mean?
I do not know. My brother refuses to speak to me of it. Since then, you have led us into battle, and thus far, we have always come out victorious. Your comrades and colleagues adore you. They believe in you, in your strength. I doubt there is a single soul who is likened to you. Who are you, really?
I don't know.
I simply do not understand. Whatever the case may be, having hair like mine is proof that there is something exceptional about you. I may as well come forward with things. I, too, am unlike others.
Well, for one, she doesn't age. How so?
Surely you recall when I was targeted, specifically for my blood? I may not be special in the ways you are, but my blood is rare. It seems the two of us share a special differentness. I also believe that we are bound together in some way. Of this I am certain. Therefore, I intend to stay by your side and watch over you. Your existence must be preserved at all cost.
I would rather protect you.
Certainly those are the words of a hero. Let us unite our powers. Together, we are unstoppable.
You can't even reach the top shelf on the fridge, Flane. How are we gonna? Ugh. Stumbling over my words here, all willy-nilly. Oh, what now? Oh, great!
Professor, I asked to be on the sidelines. Why did you put me on the battlefield? You did protect me, so I guess I can't complain. Wait a second, you're hurt. Did that happen when you were defending me?
No.
You're lying. How could you be so reckless? Perhaps you'll say that that's what friends do. They look out for each other and save each other. But if I saw you getting attacked, I wouldn't risk my neck to save you.
Yes, you would.
No, don't overestimate me. I don't know if I've told you this, Professor. I have a very impressive big brother. I'm not just saying that. He's strong, smart, nice. He's basically perfect. Before Claude turned up, people talked about him becoming the next leader of the Alliance. Don't mention that to Lawrence, by the way. He never shuts up about that kind of thing. Anyway, my parents have high expectations for my brother, and he almost always meets them. No one expects anything of me. If something's even a little bit difficult, I find someone else to do it for me. That's what I've done my whole life.
Are you scared of disappointing people?
Of course! I can't stand the idea of not meeting someone's expectations. I know how people react when that happens. From watching my brother, I mean. People force their expectations on you, and then if you fail, they look so disappointed. Whenever that happens to my poor brother, he looks just devastated. So don't expect anything of me, please. That way, I can't disappoint you.
I won't expect anything, but I believe in you.
You're stubborn. Okay, fine. Keep believing in me. I do want to support you and support my friends. I just don't want to let you down.
I had something snarky to say, but then I forgot it. Oh well. I'm sure it wasn't that important. Certainly. And yes, Lawrence would not shut up about that. That'd probably be very factual. For the time being, however, let's say there's something I wanted to do, and now I wanted to take a look at the paralogue battle here. 5 years after Rhea's disappearance, a letter that she wrote prior to that battle surfaced. The mysterious message raises more questions than answers. Ho ho! We're gonna explore this week, but that's definitely something to look into. Could Rhea be back to the temple for good? We'll have to see. Anyway, before we head to exploration, let's take a look at some support conversations here. Cloud and Flame.
Hi, Flame. Have the Four Saints caught your fancy?
Hello there, Claude. No, not particularly. I was merely looking.
I see. In any case, do you mind if I ask you a little something? It's about your family's origin.
This again? There is truly nothing of interest to discuss on that topic.
Ah, but when you try to change the subject like that, it drives me mad with curiosity. That said, taking a secret by force isn't my style. That's why I devised a different approach. Relentless nagging.
Might I suggest giving up entirely? Truth be told, my brother has asked that I not speak of my background to anyone.
I thought it might be something like that. Oh well, guess I'd better give up on trying to get you to tell me yourself. Instead, why don't I tell you about the theory I've come up with?
You've concocted a theory, have you? I suppose there is no harm in listening to it.
I did a bit of investigating into the crests that you and Seth bear. Seteth's is the major crest of Keyhole, and yours is the major crest of Sethlene.
Where did you learn of this?
Oh, I just took a peek at some records by a renowned crest scholar. I'd rather not say more than that. Anyway, my point is that I don't think I've ever heard of two siblings each bearing the major crests of a pair of saints. If the legends are true, then Saint Keyhole was Saint Sethlene's father, wasn't he? Which means if you and Seteth were the descendants of Saint Sethlene, that would explain how you two came to possess Keyhole and Sethlene's crests.
You mean to suggest that my brother and I are the children's children's children of Sethlene?
That about sums it up.
An interesting theory, to say the least. But surely you must know. Saint Sethlene was never married. There are no tales of her having ever had children.
Sure, but the possibilities are endless. It's not like legends are known for their accuracy. But based on your reaction, I guess I'm probably following a bad lead here.
Mainly what I want to figure out is why Flame doesn't age. That's what I want to know, and hopefully it's something I can figure out through these support conversations. Raphael's got a bunch here. Wow, he's popular. I'll start with Ignatz.
Hey, Raphael. Reading a letter?
Well, if it isn't old Ignatz, I got a message here from my sis.
Oh, a letter from Maya. I haven't seen her in so long. I bet she's all grown up.
Nah, she's still a shrimp. It's been a while since I saw her, but she's probably only up to your shoulders.
Wow. I can't believe she's gotten that tall.
I wrote to tell her about how we're friends again. Do you remember this?
Is that the picture I drew for her?
She sent it along with the letter. I guess she held on to it since we were kids. All right, that's enough looking. She said to show it to you and send it right back.
To think she's handling my little doodle with such reverence. That warms my heart. I remember the day I gave Maya that drawing. She looked so happy. Before then, I never knew I could make people happy with art. It was a revelation. I've been drawing and painting ever since, in hopes of becoming an artist one day.
You're much better now, so it must be paying off. I bet you could be a real artist.
No, that's not possible, I'm afraid. I have to consider my parents' wishes.
Who cares what your parents want? It's not like you're a noble or nothing. Your fate is your own.
Huh. You think so?
I know so. And I'm gonna support you with whatever dream you got. Okay, let me see. What's the first step to follow your dreams? Oh, got it. You should paint me.
Paint you?
Yeah, I want my little sis to know how good I'm doing here. So I gotta send her proof. Plus, she'll be doubly impressed if it's a painting you made.
Good point. I can certainly try to capture your likeness. I'll paint you with a warm, cheerful expression on your face to bring Maya comfort.
My face? No way! You gotta get my muscles in there. Mostly my chest and arms.
Are you sure that's what she'd want to see?
Wait! Before you start painting, I gotta get me a little more training in. If my muscles aren't bulging, then what's the point?
I'm not sure about this.
All right, Ignatz, I'm ready. And he's just like completely swollen with muscle. Oh boy. Raphael and Lysithia.
Where is that darn ladder?
Need help with something, Lysithia?
I can't find the ladder anywhere, and I needed to check out the books up on that top shelf.
Want me to just grab one for you?
No, I need to be able to dig around myself.
No problem. You could sit on my shoulders instead. Up you go.
Hang on a sec. That's not... I hope nobody saw that. Anyway, thank you. That was helpful. I can't believe how many fantastic books were hidden just out of reach up there. Thanks for being so patient while I rummaged.
No problem at all. It was my pleasure.
Hey, Raphael. You're always extra nice to me. Is it because I remind you of your sister Maya?
Yeah, I can't help but think about her whenever I see you around. We lost our parents when she was still real little, so she never had adults around to do stuff for her. That's probably why she grew up to be the kind of kid who wants to do everything on her own.
That's certainly something I can relate to.
I keep telling her that it's okay to rely on her big bro a little bit. Like, when there's stuff she can't do because she's too small, she just needs to ask someone bigger to do it. I told her that she could help me when I'm having trouble with stuff too. Then we would be even.
Young or old, we can all help one another out. We each have our strengths and weaknesses. Receiving help and providing help in return. It sounds so simple, really.
It is simple! I knew you'd get it.
I do. And I hope you understand that you can come to me for help too, Raphael. I can't be the only one receiving aid. It makes me feel incompetent and like a kid. I hate that.
Alright then. You could help me clean up my room.
I bet it's a disaster knowing you. I'll help you on that front, but I've got some rules on how to keep things tidy. You'll need to listen up.
If you could help with the actual tidying, that would probably be better. No need to bother with rules. I don't really do so good with remembering the complicated stuff. Oh! I got an idea! It would be even better if you could just come by and tidy up from now on! If you keep helping me, then I can help you whenever you need it. No guilt.
Whenever I need it, huh? How long does that offer hold?
From now on. Like for always. I don't know what's so difficult to understand.
For always sounds nice. I'm fine with that.
Raphael didn't want a friend. He wanted a maid. How dare he? Raphael and Hilda.
Hey, Raphael. I finally finished that necklace for you. Here you go.
Huh? Oh! Whoa! This is incredible! And so shiny. You're like an artist, Hilda. How'd you do this?
Just like I told you. I put the flowers and the shiny rocks in a bottle, and then poured in some resin to preserve everything. I thought the flowers you had were looking a little pathetic, so I added a few of my own. It was hard work, making sure the flowers and the stones were spread evenly, getting rid of the air bubbles.
What's this? The part you hang around your neck? I thought you used the one I gave you.
Oh yeah, no, that's a cord I braided. I was going to use metal, but some people are allergic to metal, so I figured better safe than sorry. Anyway, you didn't give me much to work with, and look what I pulled off. I am a miracle worker.
It's gorgeous. Beautiful. I've never seen anything like it. Thank you, Hilda.
Whoa, hold up. What's with the blubbering?
It's just, I bet my sister never got anything so pretty in her whole life. She's had to deal with so much because of me. I never got her anything this nice and cute before. She's gonna love it and be so happy.
Okay. Yes, okay, that's enough. Come on, you're embarrassing me here. If you're really that happy, I'm glad I put some effort into something for once.
Don't you always put effort into things?
That's sweet of you, but no, I don't want to put in effort and then disappoint people. It's dispiriting, not to mention tiring.
But what if they're not disappointed? Then they'd feel great, and you'd feel great too.
Yeah, you have a point there. I guess I'm realizing that now. You know, thanks to you, I'm starting to see things from my brother's perspective.
What do you mean? Do you have a big bro too?
I do. I've always thought of him as an overprotective nuisance, but now I feel thankful. Looking at you, I couldn't help but think, sometimes big brothers are okay.
I didn't do anything special though. It's natural for a big bro to look after his little sis. Oh, that reminds me. I still haven't found anything special enough to repay you for the necklace. I got an idea though. How about I help you make a tough-looking necklace for your big bro?
No need. I have a better idea. When the wars simmer down, why don't you and your sister come visit me?
Really? That's it?
Yeah, I want to make sure it suits her. And then I can adjust the cord if I need to.
Of course we'll come visit. I told my sis all about you, and she already wants to meet you.
Well, good. I look forward to it. In the meantime, hold me close to your heart.
What?
That's what the necklace would say if it could talk. Hold me close to your heart.
That was something. Raphael gave some, this episode's almost a half hour long of just support conversations and cutscenes. That was really nice though. Flayn and Raphael.
Hello, Raphael. Are you well? Any chance you might be training today?
Of course! My muscles are always ready to train.
I imagine so. Mind if I tag along? I have been practicing my battle cries. I believe you shall notice a marked improvement. Rah! Yeah!
Wow, that sounds much better than last time. But try doing it more like this.
Oh, hearing it anew is positively invigorating. I have much training ahead if I am to become as strong as you.
Try not to strain yourself. You've got smarts, so you shouldn't have to worry about your muscles.
I won't be satisfied until my body is as strong as my mind. As my body is so frail, my brother is endlessly worrying over me.
I know what that's like. I have a little sister too. I always worry about her, even when it's something small, like catching a cold.
Then surely you understand. I want to give my brother peace of mind. If I don't get stronger, I won't be able to do all the things I wish to do. But I'm quite enjoying this. I have never shouted so loudly in all my life. Each time I allow myself to let go in such a way, I feel invigorated.
Well, if you're having fun, I'm not gonna stop you. Go on and shout as much as you want. Give it all you've got and make your brother proud.
Just you wait. I've only just begun.
All right. Gather up your energy deep in your gut and get ready to shout.
Yeah! Rah!
I'm imagining two scenarios from that. One is Flayn going up to Seth and being like, "Hey brother, I've been training. Rah! Yeah!" And the other is Flayn getting massively buff and growing to like 7'10" and then going up to Seth and being like, "Hello brother, I've been training." Ignatz and Flayn.
Nothing here.
What are you doing?
Oh, Flayn! I've just been researching the exploits of Saint Sethlene.
And why is it you're doing that precisely?
Well, painting is a hobby of mine, and I thought I might like to capture her likeness.
Well, how lovely. But how is researching her exploits necessary for painting?
If I wanted to use a statue of Saint Sethlene for my reference, it wouldn't be necessary. But that's not what I want. I wish to paint Saint Sethlene herself, looking exactly as she did when she was alive. And if I don't know anything about who she was on the inside, the image won't be true to life. So I wanted to find some hints about who she was, and that's why I've been researching her deeds.
Ah, so you were hoping to find out what type of girl she was.
Girl? Interesting way of putting it, but yes, more or less.
I see. Yes, it is all quite clear to me now.
What's happening?
Okay then. Allow me to share with you what I know of Sethlene's deeds. Long ago, in a world ravaged by war, Sethlene led a secluded life with her father, Keyhole. One day, they met Saint Zeros, who was grieved by the chaos and destruction of war. And so, the three decided to join forces.
Huh? But I thought the saints gathered following a revelation from the goddess.
At the Battle of Teal'tin, they fought against the 10 elites led by Nemesis, who sought to conquer the whole world. Sethlene tended to her allies on the field of battle until she exhausted all her strength. Then, she fell into a slumber.
But according to legend, she used her miraculous powers to heal all of the wounded.
Interesting story, is it not? Have you perhaps learned something new about Sethlene?
Having heard all that, I'd say she seems incredible.
Incredible? Well, I haven't heard that before. I feel certain you and I will be fast friends. Let us talk again soon.
Huh. Who knew Flame was such an expert on Sethlene?
Oh my god, Seth and Flame are Keyhole and Sethlene. That's the only way I could, oh man. Christ alive.
Hilda? I wanted to thank you for helping me in the infirmary. I brought you these pastries.
Ooh, thanks. I'll put some tea on. Have a seat.
That sounds lovely. But I also wanted to apologize for always causing you such trouble.
It's no trouble. No trouble at all. Everything tastes better with friends, don't you think? I give you help, you give me sweets, we have a little tea party. It's a good arrangement, I'd say. I'm used to it now, so if it changed suddenly, I would feel disoriented.
I suppose if you're enjoying yourself, then it can't be that bad.
Sure. You don't seem to mind listening while I gab, so I'm enjoying myself plenty. But do let me know if I'm too boring.
No, you're not boring at all. In fact, you're, very good at talking. You're also good with your hands. You can clean and organize better than almost anyone. I envy you.
Oh, stop. I'm blushing. I'm not as great as all that. We're both a lot different on the inside than we look on the outside, don't you think?
How do you mean?
People who see you think you're so proper, but you're actually clumsy. That's why I help you, because there are some things you just can't do.
I'm sorry you always have to clean up after me.
I didn't say I hated it. In fact, you've taught me a few new techniques I can use to persuade people. Maybe I'll start imitating you a little bit. I'll do the Marianne. That sheepish, sorry, and those quavering downcast eyes. But that might not work as well for me. People would probably assume that I'd hit my head.
Oh, well...
Aw, Marianne laughing at me. So rude and yet so adorable.
I'm so sorry. I just can't help it. When I imagine you doing those things,
Yeah. It's rather un-Hilda-like, I'll admit. Okay, that's enough laughing.
I'm so sorry.
Hey, are you all right? That tea's hot, Marianne. Be careful.
Yes. Oh, ouch, hot.
Come on, what did I just say?
I know, I'm sorry. Ow, hot.
Oh boy, a real steady hand, that Marianne. It's nice to see her laugh. Sure, she was laughing at me, but how can I get mad when she looks so dang cute?
Ah, good friends, and learning techniques for manipulating people. Cool. Well, we're about a half hour into the episode, and we've done nothing so far, so why don't we go ahead and take a certification? Yep, because Leonie can now become a bow knight. Boy, is she ready for it. Passed!
All that hard work's paid off.
Change to your current class. Now I've got so many units that can ride. There's a part of me that also kind of wants me to get her into, into the flying classes as well. I think she'd make a pretty good Falcon Knight. Let me see what the requirements are for that. high lance, high sword, and high flying. Well, I don't really have the sword ability. Lance is almost there, but that'd be a little bit difficult to get her to pass. I think with that, that's everything. That's how I want everybody to be at that point. All right, half hour in, and we're only getting started on this one. Let's go ahead and change up our attire too. Well, oh no, I wanted academy, without cloak. I want to look like a nerd. There we go. Nice, nice. With glasses. There we go. Prim and proper. It's kind of nice to see him running around without the cape on. The cape blocks too much of the posterior, you see. We got people who want to stare at that progenitor god butt. There we go.
War isn't kind to you if you're a recluse. By the time you realize what's going on, you're already under attack. And if you're off by yourself, you can get killed with no one ever even finding out.
Sounds like you're learning.
Oh, that'd be awful. Just terrible. Okay, Professor, I get it. I know I'll have to come out.
Alrighty. Well, let's head on over to the greenhouse and see if I've bore any fruit for that quest. Hello. I wish to harvest boa fruit seeds, and peach currant. Not exactly what I was hoping for. Hello. Oh, hello. Pale blue flower seeds.
The Great Bridge of Myrden isn't just a bridge. It has the features of a fortress. I believe it was built for military purposes by the first leader of the Adrestian Empire. In other words, it's even older than the monastery. So if we occupy the Great Bridge, we'll have to search it from top to bottom.
That's very interesting, Ignatz. Actually, can you train me?
The Great, I believe, so.
Advanced drills? No, you can only teach me the ways of the bow, which I don't really care too much about at this point. No, there's no, whatchamacallit. There's no weapons triangle, so I don't really have to concern myself with learning other things. Oh, Hilda has another quest for me, it looks like. Alright. What do you want, Hilda? You always want something. Oh wait, I have the... Oh, I have it! When did I get the Zenato fruit? I don't remember getting the Zenato fruit from anywhere.
Looks like people are slowly starting to come back to the town. I guess they feel safe now that you and the Knights of Seros have returned. Peddlers have become more common too, so there'll be food and supplies available. After being run down for all those years, it's really becoming livable again.
But where did I get the Zenato fruit from?
Excuse me, could you do me a favor?
There's a lot more merchant activity lately, isn't there? This area is still pretty unsafe, though. We should do something before something bad happens. To ensure the safety of traveling merchants, take down bandits on the trade route. Once you complete this quest, a new merchant will appear at the marketplace. We'll get thieves and Almyran mercenaries as well. So we could put that into our quest log there. I did want to buy some seeds while I was here as well. I wanted to buy, I think it was Western. Oh no, wait, I don't have to do that anymore. I was planning on buying Western Fodland seeds, that way I'd be able to get, oh hello. So that way I'd be able to get the, complete that quest, but I guess I don't need to do that. So hey, it all worked out. I'm gonna go back to the greenhouse real quick just so I can plant some new flowers. I was planning on just planting a bunch of Western Fodland seeds, but I don't have to do that anymore. Nice. I need to try and garner some good graces from my allies here. Aha! Let's prune them. Put the money into pruning. It wouldn't be prudent to not do some pruning. All right. There's Raphael. Where's Catherine? She must be north of here. I might as well eat with my students, my friends, my troops, I keep calling them my students. That's not how it works anymore. All right, I'm still going for supports. For can you not? So I still need Sedith, Hanneman, Aloise, Catherine, Shamir, and Cyril. Let's try going for Sedith. Yeah, Sedith and Hanneman ought to work out pretty well. depending on what we got here. Today's special. Well, let's go for Sedith and Manuela then. Eat, eat!
The flavor is nostalgic to me for some reason. I'd like some more.
This is a wonderful dish. You could sell this in any restaurant in the capital.
Nice. The page turned and the Yoshis grew happier. Alright, now let's try for... How about Alois and Shamir? I'll probably use gifts between episodes to raise the motivation of my students.
Oh, my favorite.
But for now, I just want to get the the benefits of talking to friend. Are you there? You are, Catherine.
I'd heard she's the head of a prestigious noble family, just like Claude. The Alliance nobility is so odd.
Is it different in the Kingdom and Empire?
Kind of, but I don't mean that in a bad way. You won't find such big-hearted nobles elsewhere. Plus, Judith can drink with the best of them. A woman after my own heart.
Yeah, ship it. All right, give me the swords. Great! I also want to talk to Raphael. Head to the battle to protect the trade route. Hello, Raph.
Thanks to all that food from Judith, I'm full for once.
Oh man, hold on. Here we go.
I'd heard of the hero of Daphne, but that was the first time I've met her in person.
There we go.
I've got so much energy. Let me at that great bridge of Murden. I'll bust it down myself. Oh, but then how do we cross?
Good eye there, buddy. Good eye. He's got an eye for knowing that destroying a bridge would not really give us a tactical advantage. Wait. Oh, that's Judith. Okay. I was very confused. I was like, Ash? Hello?
If our plan succeeds, we'll arrive at the Great Bridge of Murden unscathed. The important part is what happens next. We're evenly matched in terms of military power, more or less. So if we can just launch a surprise attack.
It could go either. We have the. It could go either way.
Agreed. The bridge is basically a fortress, so the defense will be rock solid. But that's why you're here, Teach. No matter the odds, you're the wild card we need to win.
Nice. All right, Shamir.
5 years ago, when the Imperial Army attacked Garreg Mach, they moved with incredible speed. But in the middle of all that chaos, she still had operatives watching. The hero of Daphne's spy network is impressive. She shouldn't be taken lightly.
Noted. So, I'm actually wondering, does that mean I can recruit our dear Judith, or is she just kind of here?
I don't know where he recruited that man, but Claude's got an eye for great talent. I'm talking about his retainer, Nardell. I've only spoken with him briefly, but he seems to have a fair amount of both brains and brawn, with the skills to match. But there's something about him I can't quite place. Like I've somehow heard of him before.
Well, that can't be good. I still have my suspicions of the lad, mind you. I'm still wondering where I got the Zenato fruit from.
Things have gotten a lot more interesting since we've joined up with Judith, haven't they? Anyone who casually treats Claude like he's just some kid is not a person to be trifled with. I think Captain Gerald would have liked her. I hope someday I can be as strong, kind, and level-headed as her.
Translation: I want to be the kind of woman Captain Gerald would have liked. Alois! Allons-y, Alois!
So Lady Rhea was in the Empire all this time. Glad as I am that Judith told us. I wish we had known this 5 years ago. We spent all that time spread out over Fodlan, searching for the Archbishop and you. It was a mistake to abandon the monastery, to leave it in ruins. Now we're paying for that mistake.
Hello.
Interesting. I actually didn't know about the Rhea thing. Ooh, I've got a, what do you call it? Yeah, what they're called. Support conversation. Lawrence and Flane at the cathedral. Might as well check the notes to see who's got issues. There is one note. My dear friend has been behaving strangely. He doesn't seem to have much of an appetite, and he's been neighing less often. Afraid he may be sick. Get him some nutritious hay. Seek out expert opinion just to be safe. You should watch over him nonstop until he improves. This is Marianne, so... Oh wow, she didn't like that. Probably the advice of an expert would have been what she wanted.
Judith is a wonderful person. So strong and confident as well. Looking upon her, I am sharply reminded of my mother.
Does she act similar?
Very much so. Both brilliantly bright and positive, like a warm ray of light. I lost my mother long ago. I miss her desperately.
Yeah, I'm still kind of following the theory that you're actually Saint Sethleen, so... let me talk to Lawrence before I do the support conversation. Hello, Lawrence.
I would like to believe that I've always made my own decisions. Even so, I cannot deny that some small part of me has always been aware of my father's wishes. Now here I am, concealing our plan, Claude's plan, from his sight.
Are you having second thoughts?
No. The strategy is sound, and I've consented to it. In this fight, I will finally stand upon my own 2 feet, independent of my father's influence.
At some point, he's just gonna be like, my standing, it means nothing now. Oh, I can train with magic, on magic with him. Interesting. Who else can I train with magic on? Lysithea, Marianne, Sedith Manuel, and Hanneman. I'll skip Hanneman and just train with Lawrence and reasoning now. Oh, and the support conversation, right. Run. Alright, let's see. Over this way? Yes. You're curious to know how Alois is doing. Go for a visit?
Hello, Professor. What brings you here? Fancy a bit of fishing?
Yes.
You know, I can hardly go fishing without thinking of old Gerald. He and I would just sit here, casting our lines again and again. I'm no better at it now than I was then. Not a single nibble.
Maybe if you were quieter.
Just like your father. You know all the tricks of the fisherman's trade. I was hopeless at it, but he was a master. In the time it took me to catch one fish, he could fill his basket to the brim. You know, talking to you, I'm feeling very nostalgic. Why don't you join me? We can trade some stories about the old man. We spoke before about how Gerald never seemed to age, right? Once, when he was drunk, he let the secret slip. He said he'd had an infusion of crest-bearing blood, and it had greatly extended his life.
Crest can make people live longer?
Well, we'd both been drinking. I figured he was joking, so I just laughed it off. Then I asked him his age. He said he'd stopped counting after he hit 100. And he was telling the truth. In those 20 years he was away, he didn't age a bit. An incredible person, to be sure. And I probably don't know the half of it. Actually, I'd like to ask you something about Gerald, if you don't mind. When Gerald was away from the monastery, what was he like?
He liked to fish.
In other words, he was exactly the same. When he was with the Knights, he always found time to go fishing. He was hooked on it, you might say. He'd say there was no greater pleasure in life than sinking his teeth into a fish he'd caught and washing it down with a drink. I have to say, right now, fishing with you, it really takes me back. This feels just like the good old days, when Gerald was sitting alongside me.
Oh my god, Alois is a meal! Anyway, oh, so, hold on. Then that means maybe you're not Sethleen and Seth isn't Keyhole then. But apparently Crest can make people live longer. And he's also like some kind of like infused genetic freak. How old is Rhea? Nobody's ages are what they seem anymore.
I'm sure you know this already, but House Ordelia is aligned with the Empire. They face the Empire from across a river, similar to the Gloucesters. Even so, I refuse to yield to the Empire a second time. The Empire did unthinkable things to my family, and to me. The only option here is winning. Professor, you must promise we will overcome the Empire.
Well, it's a tall order to fill, but I will do what I can. Things will be done. Marianne? I think I might actually train with Hanneman in swords.
Legend says that pillars of light fell and ravaged ALL. I was reminded of that when I saw it. Professor? Do you think those legends are true?
It's likely.
I think so too. I don't know if the goddess really destroyed the valley out of anger, but there are still so many things we don't understand in this world.
Well, would you mind training me a bit in faith? My faith has been wavering as of late. I think I'll just run around the top floor here. Right. I didn't talk to the gatekeeper. Greetings, Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report.
Greetings. The where it is now.
I don't know why I skipped all that.
The battle at ALL was a tactical marvel. You grow stronger with each passing day. Where does your talent end and your crest's power begin? Are they one and the same, I wonder? Most intriguing. Yet it is quite difficult to draw useful conclusions given the situation. It is quite unfortunate I did not achieve my research goals before the war broke out. So much unknown. Now, I fear I will not have those answers even by conflict's end. So very frustrating.
I intend to use my students as guinea pigs. Oh, look at me. I am Hanneman. Instead of training with Seth, I'm gonna train with Manuela.
Oh, hello there, Professor. Did you need something from me? It doesn't look like you're wounded or anything. You just looking for someone to talk to?
Yes.
I thought so. Well, I'm here for you. Making you feel better is my top priority. Whether it's physical pain or worries of the heart, you can come to me for anything, Professor.
You're a valued friend, Manuela, and I know that is not what you wanted to hear. But I haven't talked to Seth yet. How dare you? Why are you standing where she stood?
If Rhea really is in the Empire, then we must defeat the Imperial Army by any means necessary. The people at large are just as concerned for Rhea's safety as we are. The sooner we can settle all our unease, the better.
Do you see him? I'm sorry, what did you say, Seth? I'm sorry, I was just intrigued by this man's beard. He's got quite the facial hair, you know. Alright, I think we're pretty much at the end of the episode here. Unless there's something interesting going on at the fishing pond, because I believe this was a fishing day. Let me check the calendar real quick. It is fistfuls of fish! Oh my god, my professor rating's gonna go up so much! Nice!
So curious.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. I was talking to some of the Daphne soldiers earlier, and it seems that Judith has a weakness. But they wouldn't tell me what it is. I got the feeling they didn't appreciate the question. Pardon me for being curious. That said, maybe keep this to yourself. Not that she terrifies me to my soul, but I'd hate to get on her bad side.
Your secret's safe with me, my friend. Anyway, that's gonna be it. In between episodes, I'm gonna give some gifts to my students and I keep calling them students. My allies. I'm gonna give gifts to my allies to try and raise their motivation and their relationship with me. And I'm also going to do a buttload of fishing with that fistful of fish. Because that'll raise my professor rating by a lot. But anyway, next time on Fire Emblem 3 Houses, take a look at the calendar here. We're gonna be going through these next 3 weeks here, possibly wandering around, doing some of the, a lot of stuff, honestly. We have a quest to do, we've got a paralogue to do, maybe exploring again, maybe doing some other things, who knows? There's just a lot to do. Oh, and celebrating Canyonut's birthday. He shares a birthday with me. Anyway, until next time, I will see you all then. Later.